was kind of laying there, I was like, oh, that hurt, that's gonna really hurt tomorrow morning. And then I went to get up, I'm gonna get up. I thought my legs were in the air, like leaning against the wall, and really they were like all crumbled to the side. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, that was like the weirdest feeling. I don't think I even needed the medical background. You know you're paralyzed. My name is Dianne Vitkus, and every body matters. Well, I just always remember growing up playing lacrosse with my sisters, watching them play lacrosse. I guess my best memories in high school and growing up revolve around sports. Was a big soccer player and lacrosse player, and then both my sisters were also soccer and lacrosse players. So I just remember watching them and wanting to be like them. And my oldest sister went on to be an orthodontist, and my middle sister went on to be a nurse practitioner, and I went on to be a physician assistant. So we're all in the medical field. That's like what we know, you know, making people feel better. So I kind of knew that was my calling, I'd say. I remember it was just like my dream job. I loved surgery, and I loved the OR, I loved the hospital, rounding on patients. It was definitely a hard job. The hours were long, it was nights, evenings, days, but I liked I don't like doing the same thing every day. I've never been like that kind of person, so I liked like every day was different. So I just had finished a shift. I think it was a Sunday night, so I worked, I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I was off Monday. So I was like, finally, I have like a break. And I remember going home, taking this long shower, sat on my couch, looked out the window, saw the sunset. I was like, I need a better view of this, and I went up to the rooftop. And was just watching the sunset by myself, just enjoying the fresh air, summer air. And then when I came down, I just slipped on the first step and fell off the ladder, 12 feet. So it wasn't a huge fall, but I fell right on my back, and I snapped my neck at the C6 level. So your vertebrae goes from cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacral. Cervical is your neck. So, and it's C1 to C8. I broke C6. And anything in the cervical level, if you break that, you're automatically a quadriplegic, meaning that your upper and lower limbs are affected. So, luckily, I still have all my upper body. I can move my arms, I can move my arms above my head, which is, I consider myself very lucky to be able to do that, but I do not have any finger function really. So that's, you know, why that makes me a quadriplegic. At first I was just like, I'm not going back to work on Tuesday. I'm gonna have to call my boss. And I actually called her as soon as I woke up from surgery. I was like, I'm really sorry, but I'm in the hospital and I'm not gonna make it to work for a while. And so it's like I knew I was gonna be in the hospital for a long time. I didn't really know how long, but I knew that my life was gonna look a lot different, and it was gonna be a long road until you know, I got some normalcy back. And then after surgery, my mom came in, and I was still pretty drugged up, but I was just, when I saw her, I was so relieved and just happy. And she took a video of me, and I was just like smiling. And cause I was like, okay, I'm still alive, and my mom is here, and I see her, and I can hold her hand, and I was just like, and then I remember she was like, yeah, you were just like a chatterbox. I was like, really? And she's just like, yeah, you just wouldn't stop talking. And I think I was just like so relieved, you know? And then after that, I started to like deteriorate a little bit. And then it got physically really hard and mentally really hard. And every time, I think my next visitor was my sister. And like I said, my sisters are like two of my best friends. So I just like broke down when I saw her. I felt terrible putting them through this because I saw the pain and the like scared fear on their face, and I felt so bad that like I was causing their pain. So after my month-long ICU stay, I came to Boston and transported here in an ambulance, went right to inpatient rehab at Spalding. And I had people around me during that whole time. And everything's new, people are like teaching you like how this life is gonna be. And there was always like people to kind of distract me. It wasn't until I moved into my apartment here that I just got really depressed and hit rock bottom. I felt like there were times that I just like, it's like, if this is gonna be my life, I don't wanna live this life. Like, this is not how I wanna live. Like, I refuse. I can't get around. Like, I couldn't do anything. Like, I needed help with everything. So I'm just sitting here, like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want this to be my life. Like, but this is my life, and this sucks. And I even like, I remember walking along like the boardwalk here. So like, I could just like roll right into the water, and that could be it. Like, you know, it would be easy enough. And I would just like kind of like sit there thinking about that. Obviously, like, wasn't gonna do it, but yeah, those thoughts crossed my mind. It was really hard. I definitely experienced like every emotion of grief. I think like first I was angry, shameful, then I was depressed. Finally, you know, I did get to a point of regaining hope. And I don't really know when I regained that. I think it was like acceptance and hope kind of finally, I think acceptance was first, and I accepted like it to a fault where I was just like, I'm never gonna walk, so whatever. Like, I accept it. And then I got to a point of hope, and I'm like, you know what? There is a chance I can walk again. Like, I can't give up on that. There's still a lot of research out there being done, and new articles, new studies being done. There is hope still that I could walk again. If you've gone through a traumatic event and have experienced loss, because I have lost my life, you know, my old life is gone. And if your old life, you feel as though it's gone, just know that tomorrow is a new day, and every day is gonna get a little better. You might have some downfalls. The trajectory is never straight, but it's uphill, and it will get better. And I'm always here if you need it. Someone's always there. There is hope.